the Sharon Style webinar. Today we're going to be talking about trends, updated basics, and statement pieces, and how to combine them all into your wardrobe to build a closet that's flattering, comfortable, works for your everyday needs. What got me started thinking about this concept is that when I work with clients and I do clean out their closet and decide what to keep and put together new outfits when I'm doing so, I find that people tend towards one direction or the other, that they either have a lot of trendy pieces and they feel they need to buy a lot of new things each season, not necessarily that they're all going to be flattering, or they have a lot of pieces that are plain basics that, yes, are good investment pieces that do give good value. But when you do that, you just don't feel updated. You don't feel as if you're really that stylish. You're not that much on trend. And plus, it's kind of boring because, I mean, when you're dressing in basics all the time, it's just not exciting. And we all want to at least have a little bit of fun when we look in our closet and get dressed. So that's what got me started thinking about this. I did work with a client who had a lot of really beautiful statement pieces in her wardrobe, but she called me in because she felt like she had nothing to wear. And when I got there, I realized it was because she had some beautiful clothes. They weren't all flattering, but they were nice quality pieces, but she didn't have the add-ons to wear with them. And so therefore felt like she couldn't put together any outfit. So what I have here, Annalise, that I'm going to start with is, this is basically to me, it's a basic, it's a current dress. I got it a few years ago. Marlene, I think you saw me wear it to Marcella's breakfast that time at the Park Avenue Club.
Right.
It's ivory colored. It's pretty much seasonless. It's one piece. It's a dress. It has a knit top, short sleeves. Obviously, you could wear a jacket over it. It has the faux leather skirt. It has a belt. And I want to just show a couple looks how you can change it up. So this is a good example of a statement piece. It's a gold jacket. It was from a collection that I sold a number of years ago, per se. It's cotton. It's like a coated cotton. And I don't wear it a lot, but when I do, I always get a lot of compliments on it. And what's nice about it is that it's timeless. So, and it's also versatile as far as being dressy or casual, which you do want with your statement pieces. So here we have it with the dress, a nice look. You could certainly go to a networking event with this. You could go out in the evening with this. The gold, you can wear it over a dressy dress, or you could wear it over jeans if you wanted an elevated look. And when I talk about elevated basics, which I'm going to be showing you in a minute, I mean pieces that will match with all of the statement and trendy items in your closet, but can also stand on their own. Okay, so another look, and those of you who know me know that I'm partial to animal prints. Animal prints are on trend this season. It certainly goes with the dress. It's another look, right? It brings it down a notch in terms of, I'd call it flashiness, but it's still very trendy, very easy to wear. The nice thing about animal prints, I mean, they started off as a trend maybe 15, 16 years ago. I felt like they were very new looking at the time, and they've actually morphed into being a classic, because you could have animal pieces from your closet that maybe are 15, 17 years old, and they're still going to look new. The thing that changes with the animal prints is the animals, basically. So this is it's like a leopard print. It's a cotton. It's a very comfortable cotton knit jacket. This is a newer piece. If you can see, it's a very dark plaid, and plaid is big this year. So this, I would say, is more of a trend, even though it's a classic blazer shape. It's also kind of heavy, so it's not seasonless. It's really just for the fall and the winter. But, another good business look. And again, this is going to be more of a trendy piece. the plaid blazer. Although you keep it in your closet after the season, and it's going to be coming and going into fashion, I'm sure, over the years, because plaid always comes and goes. And the thing about the plaids this season, though, is that they're big. So the plaids this season are going to make a statement. They're not just going to be little subtle plaids that hang around in the background.
I always wonder about, for me, if a plaid is going to be too big, because I'm petite and sometimes I worry about them overpowering. But I kind of like that one because it's a little muted.
It's muted, exactly. It's not going to jump out at you. Like I have another plaid here. It's a dress. But you know, it's black with a gold, the large plaid pattern. And yeah, something like this, I would say someone petite like yourself, Robin, you should stay away from it. If you want to do a plaid like this with just 2 colors, you want to do something a little smaller.
Okay.
But yeah, the bold plaids stand out. And not only that, people are both mixing plaids, large mixed with small, you know, like a jacket or pants and different size plaids, or just a pantsuit with the whole same pattern, but in a really large plaid. So the plaids are making statements this season. Something that's more of a trend is this top. And I had gotten this at Anthropologie. Do you shop at Anthropologie?
Everybody? I've been in there and bought a few things, but I haven't been there in a long time.
It's a good place for trends and statement pieces. They really don't have a lot of basics there. But this top I ended up wearing a lot over the summer. It's kind of that mesh material. You know, it's a little see-through. So usually I did wear a camisole under it. And I just want to show you how it looks, because it's that muted floral look. And you can see it looks pretty with the skirt. You could wear it with black, but it's not, I don't think it's going to be in style in maybe a year or two. It's really just more of a trend. But for now, it's easy to wear. It has the short sleeves. Let's see what else I can put with it. Okay, well, since it's a trend, we're going to put it with a more basic piece. So this is one of those black pleated midi skirts. And yeah, being petite, the midi skirts are a little tricky. This is also from Bloomingdale's. You can tell that's more or less my favorite store. This is a Bordeaux. Let's undo Elise's little belt here so her stomach doesn't stick out. So this skirt, I call it an elevated basic because it's a polyester material, but it looks a little shiny. It almost looks like to me, it looks like either a leather or kind of a coated cotton. This basic I like it because it's versatile. I mean, black obviously is a great neutral for your basics. It's versatile in that it could be more casual, it could be more dressy, depending on what you pair it with. So here it's with this little trendy top. You could also do it with a tan, and this is another, I'm gonna just grab this one off. This is a tan top by Reese, which is a really good brand. It's also a British brand. It's a very well-made, elegant brand for the updated basics that I'm talking about. So see how this looks on here. And what's elevated about it, it's a little different because I don't know if you can see in the camera, but it has this little sheer inset in the neck. So, you know, it's a little more modest, but it's also not just all the same material, even though it's the same color.
Yeah, nice. I'd like that one with ivory or something like that. Because I never think of cutting. I try not to cut myself, but that with ivory would look gorgeous.
With the ivory works, yeah. Well,
Mhm.
that's also, and you know, the trendy look of the quiet luxury and the monochrome. It's not just all about one piece, it's about the entire feel of the look. So yeah, I mean, you could do it with black, but yeah, certainly with the ivory, it's pretty. And there was another ivory piece that I purchased for this. Let's just take this little skirt off here. Take it down. I did get in the quiet luxury category of updated basics, a pair of winter white pants by Reese.
Mhm. Right.
So, you know, if you have events coming up, which I know we all do, you don't always know what to wear. You want to look, you know, festive. If it's something in the evening, you want to look a little bit elevated, but maybe not necessarily stick with black
Mhm.
all the time. So I like the look of the white with the tan on the top.
Mhm. Right.
So that's another good elevated basic. Let's talk about jeans for a minute because jeans are really the ultimate wardrobe basic, right? We need a couple of options for jeans in the closet. The particular brand that I like is Paige. Most of my jeans are by Paige. It's Paige. As far as jeans go, I suggest having at least two pair because you want, like, I have a darker pair. These have a bit of a flare bottom. And the only thing about the flare bottom is that they do look better with a little bit of a heel.
Mhm.
But you know, these I consider my dressy jeans. Like I just wore them yesterday. I was shopping with a client. It was a young man. I didn't feel like getting, you know, dressed up or anything. It was a Sunday. So I just wore these with actually this the plaid jacket.
Mm.
And you know, just a simple top underneath. I think I wore a black top. But these are my, you know, if I'm going to be wearing something for business that I want to wear jeans to, these are the ones I wear. They're a dark wash. They're high-waisted, which there were two people on the other call that were complaining that a lot of the pants now, you can't find them in a mid-rise, that everything is a high rise. Seven has a wide range. But anyhow, then if you want to have, you know, like a weekend pair or to kind of just go out or have fun, you want something with a little fringe on the bottom, or I mean, I'm not that into you know, holes, but these have a little bit of distress on the hip. So yeah, for your basics, two jeans are definitely what I would recommend. These are wide leg kind of khaki pants, you know, they're a little bit longer. These I got at Anthropology. They're by Reformation, which is a trendier kind of Instagram, more of an Instagram brand than what I sometimes buy. But I wanted to just have a pair that did have that wide leg. You can see they're not ridiculously wide. They're just a little bit wide. They're a little bit drapey. They're a little bit long, but not too much. But these I wear with flats, you know, because to me, they're casual pants. I wear them with flats. They're comfortable.
Yeah, I like that.
So these are going to be, this I have here as another example of an elevated basic because they're, you know, it's a basic, it's a khaki pant, but it's elevated in the style. And they also have pleats, which a lot of the pants now are starting to show their reverse pleats, which just means that they're stitched facing the outside.
Mm.
So they are flattering, you know, it's a kind of thing, like if you overeat or something, you know, and you feel as if they may be too tight, you have the pleats to like kind of hide what's going on down there.
But don't you have to be taller, Sharon, to wear something like that?
You do. Yeah. Yeah, you have to be taller. The thing is, yeah, for you ladies that are, you know, 5'4" or under, I would say you don't want either the skirts or the pants to really be dragging you down like below the knee. So that's why the straight or the skinny leg pants are going to be more flattering, and the ones that stop at the ankle are going to be more flattering. Same with skirts. I mean, for a skirt, you could go slightly below the knee, but I wouldn't do a midi skirt.
Okay.
I actually have a lot of midi skirts, which I like.
You do?
But I'm somebody who, I mean, I haven't been able to wear because I have a foot problem, but I'm somebody who wears heels all the time.
Well, I was gonna say, because yeah, the heel is gonna balance it. Because what's gonna, what's gonna happen is that if you just think about the proportion, when you're wearing a longer skirt, it just looks as if you have more of your height in your lower half of your body. But then when you put on the heel, it's gonna balance it out.
Yep.
You need some color in your wardrobe. Red is always a good one, especially if you know the shade of red that's going to be flattering for you. And as far as, and this jacket is a few years old, but to me, again, it's the elevated basic. It's a really nice, luxurious fabric. A one button jacket is going to be flattering for most people because the button, it hits you just at that spot that's below the bust and above the waist. And, it's just kind of in that area where you don't have a lot of, not that we have fat, but, there's not a lot going on. It just hits you right at that nice, like kind of bony area on the chest. This jacket has a peak lapel, which you probably know what that is, but it's a good look because what it does is the peak points up and it draws the eye up. And it's borrowed from men's tailoring because the guys like it because it kind of gives them that big, shoulder look. So for women, especially if you're a pear shape, it could balance out your shoulders with your hips, and it could also just draw the eye up and make you look a little bit longer, a little bit more, svelte, shall we say. So that's the peak lapel. The red, I love red. I've seen both of you wearing red. I mean, it's just a good color if you want to stand out, if you're presenting, or if you are, receiving an award, or just you want people to notice you and see you. Red is a really good energy color and it draws people's attention to you. So with the red, I don't love it with the ivory. I would do it with, it's nice with this black skirt here. Just pull this up again. So you could do it with a black skirt. You could do it with black pants on the bottom. And really any top underneath. You could do ivory, you could do white, you could do black. I have this bright top, which you might notice. I have it in, I have a picture of myself on my website, and I think some of my social media, I'm wearing this top. But even though it's a colorful top, it could still go under the red jacket. You could pick up any of these colors with this top. And this, I would say, is an example, not so much of a trend. To me, this is a statement piece that's not trendy because it's, it's just a basic blouse. It has a paisley pattern to it. Paisley's more or less a classic pattern. It's not the kind of thing that you're going to wear every day or even every week, but I feel like it's never going to go out of style. And this is Alice and Olivia. A couple more things. So a white blouse is always a good wardrobe basic. This to me is elevated because it has, well, first of all, it has the poet neckline, which is a really flattering neckline. It doesn't work underneath all different kinds of jackets. I would say you may need to wear it on its own, but it's, flattering for anybody. And also just the little fluttery sleeves, you could wear it on its own or underneath something else. And it's a good little white blouse. If pure white isn't the best color for you, you could do ivory. And it'll stand out as white because it's not going to be next to anything that's going to, make it look like it's a tan or ivory color. So that's another basic. And then you want to have a light kind of outerwear jacket. So this is a faux leather. Certainly real leather jacket would be, just as effective. It might be a little warmer, but this could go over the ivory. It would certainly go over I've worn it over this blouse. I mean, just a black, and it's a moto style. It's not the real, it's not the one with all the bells and whistles of the moto style. It's just kind of an abridged moto style
Mhm.
jacket. If you are in the market this season for a leather jacket or a faux leather jacket, I would say go with something like this, or they have a lot of really nice blazers, leather and faux leather blazers, which are also versatile, and you could wear it either as outerwear or just as a, an additional wardrobe piece. Okay, and just a few more things I want to show you, and then I do have some slides. How are we doing with time? Oh, time is marching on. Okay. Two more. Well, I already showed the plaid dress. So just if we're going to talk about other styles for dresses, this is a sheath dress. Again, it's the bold plaid, but it's pretty much of a classic in my opinion, because it is just the basic sheath styling. As far as who this would be flattering for, not a real curvy body type, I would say. And this is by Hobbs, which is another good brand, Hobbs. It's a British brand. The pieces are pretty classic. I feel like for the price point, they give you good value because they're well made, they're good fabrics, and they last. So this is a Hobbs dress. It would be flattering for, it'd be flattering for an hourglass figure. It'd be flattering for a rectangular body type. Not so much a real strong pear or an apple body type, just because it's more fitted in the waist and the seat. And the last dress, and this is a bold print dress. This is by Bash. So the bold prints are big now too, whether it's a plaid or another style print. This is kind of an abstract print. This is a midi dress. I feel the style of this would be flattering for most because it has a slight umpure waist. So it's gathered here under the bust, and then it's longer in the skirt and just kind of flowy in the skirt. So I want to just show a couple of slides. So what we're talking about is combining statement pieces with elevated basics. This is what we talked about, the trends, statement pieces, basics, which basics you need, current trends in business dress. That's some of the things I want to talk about. And also we've seen a number of these pictures. I mean, I've shown you a number of these pieces of what we're seeing in the pictures, but corduroy, which I didn't mention, is definitely a trend going on. That picture is from Wrangler. J. Crew has a lot of nice corduroy also, and that's a good option. Instead of jeans, they're actually very warm. So it's a good option for a pair of more casual pants, and corduroy is also showing up in jackets, skirts, if that's something that interests you. There we have the plaid. So that's a bold plaid. It's the houndstooth plaid in that little swing coat. It's actually half plaid and half kind of a dark gray. The crop jackets, and these are flattering they're flattering pretty much for anybody, really, depending on what you're wearing them with. This one is from J. Crew. They call them lady jackets. And what makes them lady jackets is the length is, kind of ladylike. They often have these fancy buttons or trim or some kind of a detail going on. It's a nice way to upgrade your outfit. Just make it be a little trendier, a little more stylish. I was saying that it depends on your body type, what you're wearing it with. I'm not crazy about this long skirt that she has on. To me, it looks a little fashion victim-y with the long skirt, and then she has the little ankle socks. To me, it's too many trends going on at the same time. I prefer to see it with just a simple pair of slacks, or or you could do it with a matching skirt. This is the faux leather or leather look. A leather skirt is a really good, basic wardrobe piece. This one happens to be a dark brown. You could do black. This is from the brand Legence.
Mm.
And I like this, the top, you know, you're not going to wear your flower top like unbuttoned to what my mother would have called your pupik, but I thought it was a pretty blouse nonetheless. And then this is an example from Reese of the quiet luxury, elegant look with just the monochrome. Now, to look at some statement pieces, these are things that you could have in your wardrobe where throughout the year, you know, season after season, but you're not going to wear them that often because they make too big of a statement. They're going to be memorable. And that's why you need the basics to mix along with them. So first of all, I have this pair of pants. These are from Anthropologie. I mean, I think they're gorgeous. They're really nice for an event or going out to a nice restaurant, or, you know, just in the evening going even to someone's home if you want to have an elegant look. The thing is that they're limited because they're only going to match with black.
Mm.
It's easier to find statement jackets and coats, but I picked these up because I did like these statement pants. This is a dress. I mean, it's more of an occasion dress, obviously. It makes a statement because of all the flowers and the different colors that it has. To me, it's just timeless. It's a really pretty look. And I do like the empire waist. I think it's a beautiful shape, and you could always put a throw or some kind of a little bolero jacket or something over it. The sparkly jumpsuit, again, is a statement piece. It's really festive, maybe for New Year's Eve, or if you're going out to a party. You know, it's not something you're going to wear probably more than a couple times a year, but it is a good statement piece. And another example of a statement piece, and this last one is by Cinca Sep, and I think this jumpsuit is as well, which is a brand that they do sell at Bloomingdale's, and you could also buy it directly from the Cinca Sep website. And this statement coat, you know, it could be dressy. You could wear it over jeans. This particular model is wearing it over leather pants. A couple of looks that I like for business. If you can wear jeans to work, you know, all the better. Pair it with a nice flattering jacket. This is a white, this is almost like a Chanel style jacket. It's the lady style jacket, but not the cropped version.
Mhm.
Just a simple white scoop neck top with it has a little bit of detail on the neck. This particular pantsuit, and I did have someone in the last call, she was asking me specifically about trends in business dress. This pantsuit is by Legence. It's in a knit fabric, and it's a nice option if you do need to present yourself professionally this way at work, because it's not a real, you know, formal, tailored looking suit. I'm familiar with the material. It's very comfortable. You could separate the jacket with the pants, and the pants themselves have a slightly elastic waist, which you can't really see. It just has a thick elastic waistband. So they fit really well, but it's really super comfortable, and it's not overly formal looking. And the same with this next style. It's a pantsuit by Nick and Zoe. It's gray, black, and white, just kind of an abstract pattern. These pants are slightly wider, slightly drapier, so they're, you know, a little more casual, a little more updated looking. Just a simple and structured jacket. It's just a good look if you don't, again, if you want to look professional, like you're getting dressed for work, but you don't need to have that super formal, super tailored look. These are slightly wider leather pants here. Let me just move this out of the way. So yeah, you could see they're just a little bit wider, a little bit more drapey for leather. It looks like she's wearing black with boots with a block heel, you know, which work with that. And these aren't the pointy toe boots. These are the they call it the almond toe. Here we have a longer dress, black and white, like it's an offset checkerboard pattern. And she has a longer blazer. See, it's interesting. I would have probably paired a shorter jacket with that dress because in my mind, shorter goes with longer and vice versa, but this is the longer blazer with the longer dress. And it, to me, it looks like it looks good. It's good proportional. And lastly, a chunky sweater is another good option for a basic going into winter. You don't need to even wear anything over that. She's wearing with a pair of pants, and I just put the red in there because I wanted to add a little bit of color and not just have everything be black and white or blue. You could wear this sweater with a skirt, you know, with any kind of pair of pants. You could wear it with jeans. It's an outfit in and of itself. In other words, you don't need to add a jacket or a cardigan sweater over it. So just some trends that I came up with for business: softly tailored jacket and pants, the slacks that are either narrower and straight, and generally they would come to the ankle. And Robin, back to your point about the shoes, you could wear flat shoes with them. Drapey with a slight flare, you'd probably want to have a little bit of a heel with that. Textured fabrics, tweed, corduroy, velvet. Velvet's not so much for work, but going into the holiday season, they're showing a lot of velvet actually. Monochromatic appeal, which is that one tone, quiet luxury look, bold prints, and then the knit jackets and pants. So, oh, and just a reminder, as we're doing Zoom, and everyone certainly looks beautiful today, but when you're doing a Zoom, you want to choose colors that show up, that pop. You want to contrast with your background. So depending on where you are, if you're against a darker wall, you want to wear something light and or bright. If you're against a white wall, like the woman in the middle, you want to wear something that has more color to it that's going to show up. Wear at least one piece of bold jewelry and makeup if you are so inclined. And that's it. I think we finished right on the button at 3:30.
Great.
Great.
And anything else anyone wants to add? If not, I did record this session today, so I can send this around, and I'll also send a follow-up with the list of basics and then the dates, because I will be having these sessions once a month.